Welcome, welcome. I'm Doris Diaz-Kelly, Assistant Dean of Students and the Director of EOP, and the person that has the most fun on campus with students all day long. I do. I love my job, and it doesn't feel like work. So I want to welcome everybody to our EOP recognition ceremony. The families that have come, that have traveled, and staff and faculty that have stayed after to join us in celebration. This year marks the 50th year of EOP, the Educational Opportunity Program in the state of New York. SUNY created access for those who didn't have access, and it's one of a kind. SUNY is one of a kind. It's the biggest university system in the country. So to be part of something so large in more ways than one is amazing, feels good, and it gives you an idea of how many opportunities you have beyond DCC. You're not just here, you're part of SUNY, when you probably don't even get it, but it's a 64 campus entity, and beyond that, in EOP, those who graduate, you have a family of over 60,000 graduates in EOP. So you will find comfort everywhere, company, friendship, family, wherever you go. So welcome, and today we're gonna get celebrating with our students who are leaving, celebrating the students who are coming back, celebrating the faculty and staff that make it happen. And I'm not gonna go on for too long because I want you to see what one of our, a couple of our students and Camilo were able to create for EOP. We've been talking about it for a while, and this was the year it came together, and I said, this is perfect. I have nothing to say. I am going to open the ceremony with this, and it was finished, I'm gonna say this morning or like last night. The last message I got was Camilo in Spanish and in English, and really slow, really fast. My husband's like, write the number. He's saying it again and again. So they got it done, and it's magical, it's beautiful. So without further ado, I am going to share with you what Camilo's students, Cody Tracy, Lindsay Nunn, and Daniel Lewis were able to work with us for the past academic year, the end of the fall and into the spring, to provide it for EOP. The purpose of EOP is to allow those populations, those group of students that traditionally were marginalized and did not have access to higher education.
Neither of my parents went to college.
My mom only went to high school. They found that was the #1 thing in our family.
We have to be educated, you have to go to college.
You have to be better than your parents.
So it was an environment where it was understood that school was first. How much could they contribute to assisting me is a different story as a first-generation college individual, but the support was there. We just had to kind of, do it on our own.
My mom only went to high school, so she had no idea how college works. She didn't know how to apply.
The purpose of EOP is to allow those populations, those group of students that traditionally were marginalized and did not have access to higher education.
Neither of my parents went to college.
My mom only went to high school. They found that was the #1 thing in our family.
We have to be educated, you have to go to college.
You have to be better than your parents.
So it was an environment where it was understood that school was first. How much could they contribute to assisting me is a different story as a first-generation college individual, but the support was there. We just had to kind of, do it on our own.
My mom only went to high school, so she had no idea how college works. She didn't know how to apply, like the FAFSA process. So that's something I want to say I had to learn on my own.
From day one, when a student comes in here, we let them know we will answer all of your questions, and the ones that we can, we're going to walk you, take you, point you, send you to the right direction. They see the magic happen.
I don't think people realize that we do work hard. I have worked since I was 16 years old. I've paid taxes since I was 16. I made choices in my life that put me in the situation I'm in with 2 kids, and I'm single. I take care of my kids by myself with no help from anybody else. And that doesn't mean that I'm a bad person, and that doesn't mean that I shouldn't go after what I want. And if I need a little bit of help to get there, why not?
Like, I have the family I want, but like, they're kind of like the family I wanted for the education, especially, because they push me through, they help me, they're always ready, the doors are always open.
What are your hopes and dreams at Dutchess? What is it that Dutchess Community College is going to help you do?
To become a police officer.
Corporate law or working for a firm.
In the future, I want to work as an education opportunity program counselor.
I want to teach because it's a powerful tool in shaping the generation.
Everybody in EOP has a different story, but kind of a similar story.
My parents are from the Ivory Coast.
Lima, Peru. Born in the Dominican Republic.
From Ecuador.
I grew up in Dover Plains.
My parents are born in Puerto Rico.
They wanted a better life for all of us.
And he came to America, to New York City.
My parents moved from Ecuador because they believed that there wasn't enough educational opportunities in Ecuador.
Puerto Rico was not where my mom saw herself at the time raising children.
My dad back home is a taxi driver.
He was a factory worker. My mother, a maid for a hotel. I remember going to work with her.
So she basically cleans a clinic. And my father, he works in a factory. He makes like plastic bags.
My mom works with my aunt, like she clean houses sometimes. It's a really on and off job.
But to be given the opportunity to leave the cycle of being poor, that's what EOP does. If you're an EOP student, there's an opportunity for you to be your best and achieve at the level that you know you can. And that is the magic of EOP. We create lifelong relationships and a path out of poverty.
EOP gives you that incentive to move forward, and I think that's the most pivotal part about this program, or just knowing that it gives incentives to kids that necessarily didn't have that. My parents wanted me to be educated, and I had that incentive from home, but they didn't know how to put the gas in the car and get me there.
EOP is a family. It's support, it's love, it's caring, it's friendship.
If it wasn't for EOP, I most likely would have dropped out of school.
You have to get involved in EOP and get close to them to know how important this program is.
Nobody wants to be poor. You might be okay if you're poor. I'm not saying you're not okay, but nobody chooses poverty. To be able to end up in the middle class, that was a chance. That was a chance, it was an opportunity, and I am forever grateful that I was able to get my degrees and have children that now can do the same, and they're one generation away. I tell them, you're just one generation away from poverty. It's not that far away. And that's what EOP does, yes. If you're an EOP student, there's an opportunity for you to be your best and achieve at the level that you know you can. else, right? Cody, Lindsay, Dan, is Camilo around so that there we go. So these were the wonderful DCC students. So they worked tirelessly and would just sneak into the office and take those shots. And I was like, man, what? When was that? And I told Camilo that I don't know if it's part of his course for students to take a part of, not bedside manners, but how to be there with all your big equipment and people not know that you're there. Because they would come in with lights, camera, things, and bags, and you would see them come in, and then you would just walk around them and never know that they were there because they just blended so well with our staff and did what they had to do. So thank you, guys. I want to take this chance to thank my staff. So I have the best staff, and our students will attest to that. So Gail, and I want them all to stand, and Gail, Kathy, who is back, Suzanne Chica, one of our coaches, Alicia Loscalzo, one of our academic coaches, Kendall Anderson, is Kendall here? Kendall, one of our tutors, and EOP alumna. We also have Karina France. Is Karina? Oh. Parisa Halaji, one of our tutors. Andrea, one of our tutors, and a DCC alumna. And Julie Seitz, one of our tutors. Julie, she got popular really fast. That speaks to her heart. And I also want to highlight, we have Carla in the audience, Joanny, we have Yasleen, and Jessica Long. These are DCC alumni. Can you guys stand? So Carla and Joanny, who you saw in the video, are just finishing at New Paltz, and they will be done next semester. Bachelor in Finance for Carla and her bachelor's in psychology for Joanny. So we're very proud. At this time, I'm going to have Kathy come forward and continue.
Good evening, everyone. So I'd like to introduce Stephanie Bahia. Steph, come on up. Where'd she go? Oh, you're here. You were there before. You threw me off. Sorry. Come. Stephanie started with us in the spring of 2015 and in 4 semesters conquered her DCC journey by earning her Associates in Arts in LAH. She is currently attending SUNY Buffalo State, majoring in business management with hopes of having her own business one day. What can I say about Steph? Well, to start, she's a little sarcastic in nature. She's a little sassy fraz. She is very bright. She is sincere. I miss the time she would just stop in the office to just talk and complain about everything. I love you, Steph. She was one of our peer mentors, our leaders, one of our student aides that I could always rely on for anything from making a flyer to making phone calls. You know, she was one who was always confident in her choices well, it took a while for that. But, you know, we got there. Stephanie loves and admires her family. She changed her major to business thinking about her family, wanting to help her dad out. This is what it means to be one of our students, to want more for not only for yourself, but the people who love and support you. So we're very proud of you, Steph, and look forward to all that you continue to achieve. And now I'm going to hand it over to Steph, who is one of our speakers for today.
Hi, everyone. Let me just get my speech out. I'm Stephanie. Just bear with me. I'm not very good with words and vocabulary. Let's see. I'm going to talk about my experience with EOP here has been amazing. Has been one of the best times in my whole life. And I'm already getting sad. Ooh, no, I'm not. Let's see. Before coming to Dutchess, I didn't want to go to school. I was just going to work, help my family out. Came to Dutchess. I honestly didn't get involved until like the middle. And I can honestly say that each and every one of you, staff, members of the EOP family, have helped me and guided me into a path of success and maturity. Like I said, I was shy and clueless about what I wanted to do here. I chose, my first major was going to be psychology because honestly I needed something to get my mom off my back. And I kind of thought it was easy. I was wrong. I didn't have a passion for it. I didn't like it. And when I explained that to Doris and Kathy, they helped me through it and, you know, told me to find something that I wanted to do. And I came upon business, which I'm doing at SUNY Buff. Let's see, when I came into EOP, didn't know what it was. All I know is my mom wanted me to join, not gonna lie. I thought Doris's name was Daisy for like, for the longest time. I honest to God Googled, why do I want to join EOP before I had my meeting with her. And you guys took a chance on a girl who had no idea what she wanted to do, didn't know if she wanted to stay here, didn't know what my life was going to be. And I thank you so much for that, because I, honest to God, don't know where I would be, what I would be doing without you guys. I don't know if you guys have no idea how much they've been there for me, how much the EOP family has been there for me through the hardest times. Let's see. Never thank you guys enough for that. When you're in EOP, and this is for like current EOP members, and the past EOP members can relate with me as well, like, there's always someone to talk to. There's always someone you can go if you need help or if there's a situation. Sorry. You can't fail when you're in EOP. You can't. You have the resources. You have people like Doris and Kathy and Alicia. And when you get to know people in EOP, it's the greatest experience. You make new friends, new experiences. It honestly, God, was the greatest time of my life over here. Let's see. So that's what I want to say to current EOP members. Like, go to meetings, go to workshops, use the computer labs, go to, oh my God, what's it called? The Men and Women's Club. Go and meet these people, because you all have something in common. You all have something in common, I bet you do. And if you know what, if you're in EOP and you don't go to the meetings and whatever, okay, I'm just saying you're missing out on something that could be the coolest thing in your life. Let's see, from what I learned from all of these people is like I know what I'm capable of now, when I was here. My future looks brighter because of them. I can see a future of like owning my own business and, you know, being like a CEO sometime, hopefully, maybe, sort of, I don't know, but being there. And like I said before, like, I can't thank you enough for that. I really can't. And to the people I've met, like Stacy, Stefan, Carmen, they're amazing people. You guys are great. I'm getting sidetracked, sorry. Let's see. All of you, each and every one of you, in some way has changed my life. And when I become a rich, independent businesswoman, you're going to get $1 million check, get better computers, build something, I don't know, but that's going to be your money, and we're all going to repay you someday. You guys have made such an impact on my life and of others in this program, and I can't say anything more than how grateful I am and how grateful I know these other people are. Like, all right, I'm about to get sidetracked. Like, I'm honest to God, these people are the greatest people. And I guess that's all I have to say. Oh, and I want to thank my mom. She's not here, or my dad, but they're not here, but still. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie, and I'm sure we'll be connected to Stephanie forever, as we do with all of our alumni. At this point, we're going to have our staff and faculty recognition from our students. So we're going to do this as smoothly as possible. We're going to have Alicia share what our students have to say about faculty, and some of our students wanted to present it themselves, and some were very adamant that we present it for them. So we'll go back and forth. Okay.
So first we have Jordan Bell. And Gian Graham and Ezekiel Rosario wanted to present it to Jordan themselves. So if they want to come up now, and they can read what they wrote.
Is Jordan here?
Come on up, Mr. Bell. All right. Gian, do you want to read this part here?
This is Gian Graham, and I wanted to really speak on how Jordan Bell was a really great influence on me. I'll have what I wrote here, and then I'll read what I had for myself. I would like to say thank you, because he truly helped me see professionalism. He made the class aware that words speak volumes that can influence how others perceive you. He taught me to make sure that when I'm speaking, I don't unintentionally harm someone with what I might say, and also because just when speaking in general, you can say things just to harm people. And I chose him for this reason because even growing up, my parents taught me that going around, you have to treat anyone you meet with respect, or at least initially, because you never know the opportunities that can open up to you because of the new connections that you have made. So that was really important to me. Professor Bell also really helped me learn who I wanted to become in my endeavors through college. So I really appreciate that in that sense.
Hello. First of all, I came from the Dominican Republic 4 years ago, and I knew no English. And when I came to Dutchess, I was a shy guy. Didn't want to talk because of my accent. But now look, thank you to Margot over there. And when I came, I was afraid to speak English because English is my second language. But like when I came to his class, he made me feel like comfort. And he's the funniest. You see him like that right now, but he's the funniest teacher ever. And thank you.
I'm sorry. So we also have two other students that wanted to recognize Professor Bell. So we also have Keisha Nieves, and she asked us to share her little recognition. Jordan Bell showed me what it is to be positive and what it is to grow from experiences. He showed me that not all professors are just here to teach. I got to know him as a professor and person. He has truly made my experience at DCC better, knowing that I had someone there for me who cares when I needed advice or just to talk and unwind. So if you want to come up, Keisha, and thank Mr. Bell. We also have Andromeda Small that asked that we share. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Bell. You're such a phenomenal teacher. You're so lively, energetic, and engaging when you teach. I wish I had your energy, but thank you for being an amazing teacher. You truly inspire me.
Jordan wants to be part of our staff. Every day he puts a bid in. He wants me to put him on the board.
Okay, so next we have Stacy Woodard, who would like to recognize Oh, okay. So we have Dr. Lucia Kershew. Is that how I say it? I'm sorry. If you would like to come up if you're here. So Stacy asked that we share that Dr. Kershew has encouraged me every semester since I started. She has pushed me to do my best and always goes above and beyond. Okay, and Stacy also wanted to recognize Philip Darcy. So if you're here, if you could please come up. Stacy wanted us to share, Mr. Darcy was very supportive of me as a non-traditional student. He encouraged me to continue and was supporting me both semesters that I had him. So thank you very much for that. So next, Jason Fearon wanted to recognize Kathleen O'Connell. Jason, do you want to come up? And Professor O'Connell, do you want to come up as well? Do you want to read here?
First of all, I would just like to thank you for your love and support throughout my whole semester of college. I've had you a couple of times, and it was an honor being your student. I wish I could have you as a teacher wherever I transfer to. But thank you.
That ain't gonna happen. Probably not.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so the next nomination is from Stefan Lewis for Michael Arang. Can you say that for me? Arujo, I'm sorry. See, they tell me what to say, but they don't say how to pronounce it, so I'm sorry. Okay, so since day one, Mr. Arujo has been an incredible teacher. I love his teaching method and the energy he brings to every class. He has been an inspiration in helping me choose what I want to do in the future. Arujo, I'm sorry. Okay. So next we have Susan Conrad, who's being recognized by Yasleen DeJesus. So Yasleen asked us to share, Susan, I thank you for making science interesting to me again. Not only did you bring me back my interest to the subject, but you made it easy for me to understand. I thank you for the times you spent your extra time with me to help me out on the hard parts of science. Thank you for being the best science teacher to me, and thanks for being part of my success at DCC. Yasleen, you want to stay up here? So Yasleen also wanted to recognize Brenda Squires. Is Brenda here? Awesome. Brenda, you were there for me my very first semester, believing in me, and you were there for me in my very last semester. I truly thank you for challenging me in areas I needed improvement in. You were one of the many professors that have seen my progress throughout DCC, and I thank you for not only being my professor, but a friend as well. You have seen my journey, and I am glad you were a part of it. Doris is so incognito over here. Next we have Jacqueline Goff McNish is being recognized by Samantha Hernandez. Is Samantha here? I don't see Samantha, but we will still recognize you. Oh no, okay, priorities first. Finals are important, but she asked that we share, having you as my professor allowed me to change certain things about myself. You taught me the importance of making good choices for my classes. You pushing me and showing me that there are consequences one can face if certain things are not taken seriously allowed me to change my way of doing things. I knew that the reason why you were very firm with me was because you wanted me to excel later on in life, and this is something I valued from knowing you. Thank you. So we have Michael Hall is being recognized by Mohammed Kita. So Mohammed asked us to share, Professor Hall went above and beyond for me while I was in his class. He is a very nice person and a great professor. I appreciate all of his help. Thank you. So next we have Kevin Lang, who's being recognized by Brianna Holness. So we would say, I would like to say thank you for always making English class enjoyable for the 2 semesters I had with you. Professor Lang allowed me to interview him for one of my other classes, and I really appreciated it. He always made me laugh in class, even though his jokes were corny. That's what makes them so funny. I was sad to leave his class and would have gladly taken it again if I could. He was one of my favorite professors. Okay, so Samira Monroe would like to recognize Paula Lakshan. So Samira asked us to share, though I have only had you for 1 short semester, I could honestly say I know your heart is true. I always had someone to talk to in you, and you have impacted my life so greatly in such a short period of time. It speaks highly of who you are. So Serena Acaso is being recognized by Doc Charles. Is Doc here today? No, Doc? Okay. So she asked us to share. I would like to say thank you to Serena because you are the definition of persistence, kindness, intelligence, and patience. I want to say thank you because you go above and beyond for me and in everything you do. Not only do I thank you, but I am inspired to thrive the way you do. Thank you. Okay. So next we have Henry Ricky, who's being nominated by 3 of our students. So if Mariama Ba can come up, Mohammed Kita, and Christina Quesada. Hello, Henry. Okay, so Mariama would like to say, I would like to thank Henry because he has been very helpful to me since the first semester. He is the type of tutor that is always available, and when you email him, he answers right away. He always checks up on me to see how I am doing in my classes. He helps me improve my English and writing skills. As an English language learner, it isn't easy, but he makes it much easier for me. Mohammed asked us to say this to Henry. Since my first semester at DCC, Henry has helped us with everything, even until this day. Henry is an amazing role model, and he's very patient and thoughtful. And Christina Quesada asked that we share. The reason why I want to say thank you to Henry is because he's always been there for me when I need help. He always knew I was capable of more. He gave me hope that I'm able to do anything because at times I would give up, but he wouldn't let me, and I knew I can do it. He gave me support and confidence. Thank you. Mohammed, don't go too far. Okay, so next we have Julie Seitz, who's being recognized by 3 of our students. We have Carla Concepcion Kubaletti, Mohammed Kita, and Abdul. So Carla asked us to share. I would like to thank Julie because she has been a great tutor and has taught me many things. Mohammed asked us to share. Julie has always helped me with my homework, and she is consistently there whenever I needed her. Julie is a sweet and caring person, and I appreciate her help. And Abdul asked us to share. I'm very thankful for Julie for helping me from the day I met her until this day with my major, criminal justice. Julie helped me schedule an interview with a state trooper, and since then there is nothing I have asked her that she couldn't do. No matter the time of day, how last minute it might be, Julie provides her help. She encourages me and motivates me whenever I feel down. I would like to thank her for all that she has done for me. I am so glad to have this opportunity to nominate her for this recognition.
Like, Julie. Doris, can we come in on Saturday and Julie can tutor us? I was like, what the? So Julie's forever in service to the students, and we appreciate that.
Abdul, now that you got back to your seat, can you come back down? I'm sorry. So Abdul would also like to recognize Daniel Valentine. So he asked for us to share. I am thankful for Professor Valentine for helping me from the beginning until now in the major of criminal justice. From my first semester, I was struggling. He was one of the only professors that made me determined and provided me all the resources necessary to be successful. His office is always open for me. I remember when I wasn't doing well in his class of Introduction to Criminal Justice, and he provided me one of the best students to tutor me, and she helped me and made me love this major of criminal justice. Since my first semester until today, he has always been my favorite professor, and I have always picked him for any criminal justice class he was teaching. I am so glad to nominate Daniel Valentine for this recognition. Thank you. Okay, so I have one last one, and Doris conveniently didn't print this one because it's for her, and she hates when students nominate her, but they should nominate her because she's so amazing. So Mimi Jacques asked that we share. I would like to say thank you to Doris because she inspired me to complete my studies. Whenever I felt like I wanted to quit, Doris always encouraged me to continue. Thank you, Doris.
Thank you, faculty, staff, peer tutors, peer mentors, all of you make it happen. It's not just in EOP, it's not just in that room, in that office. We go out and get everybody on campus that's part of the DCC experience. So thank you. Now we're going to move into recognizing our students for academic excellence. So we have students who are getting an award from SUNY, the Office of Opportunity Programs, for having a cumulative GPA of 3.0 and above as of the fall. And also for the students who were on the Dean's List, President's List, Academic Citation, spring, at the end of the spring, and at the end of the fall. So I'm going to call them forward and present them with their recognition. We have Anya Cousins. Carla Cubilete Concepcion. Leslie Cueva. Jaysha Freeman. Gian Graham. Kamal James. Kamal was also selected as one of the winners from the Vanguard Awards, which celebrates students going into untraditional careers. So Kamal is going to be in the classroom teaching earth science. Raheem Kit. Oh. Raheem has a thing for babies. Every time the baby comes in the office, he just makes the baby fall right to sleep.
He's the best babysitter.
Ariela Lozano. Brianna Pileggi. Inara Pimentel. Midori Pumphrey. Christina Quesada. Is she with us? Is Christina with us? I didn't see her come up before. Alicia Rosado. Syrup. Thank you. Congratulations. Quayshawn Smith. No Quayshawn? No. Okay. Oh, I'm like, wait. Oh, like, congrats. Stacy Woodard. Alan Wu. Kimberly Granda. Kimberly graduated last semester and is headed to Oneonta. Janaya Morales. Congratulations to all of our students for academic excellence, achievement, and for not giving up. It's not easy to get that GPA to stay up there, and they know it better than I do, so congrats. At this juncture, we are going to provide our graduates with the gift that we give them so that they can wear as part of their regalia. So I'm going to start with our graduates from January that left us at the end of the fall. We have Anya, Yasleen, Jason, Kimberly, so we can take a group picture. And last in that category, Stephanie. So they have most of them, some of them are somewhere. Stephanie's at Buff State, Kimberly's headed to Oneonta, Jason will be headed to New Paltz. Yasleen is at City Tech for CUNY. This is her first semester under her belt. And Anya is also headed to, Anya's at New Paltz. Congrats. And now we will have our May graduates come forth, and that includes Mohammed, Stefan, Emily, is Emily, there we go, let Kathy drape them first. So Stefan is completing this semester and will be leaving us to Albany University in CIS. INM was his major here. And we have Muhammad, who will be leaving with criminal justice to still John Jay. So we're losing him to John Jay, kind of gets a lot of our students. And Emily Linares just completed her nursing degree at DCC. Next in that group, we have Keisha Nieves. And Ezequiel Rosario. Keisha will be going across the street to the CIA. She's completing her degree in visual arts and very happy to move on to the CIA. And Ezequiel is completing his criminal justice degree with us and will be going to John Jay. From our August graduates, we have Dash Charles. She was here a minute ago, right? Dash is completing her degree and will be going to New Paltz. We have Abdul, who's completing his degree in criminal justice. And he will be headed to CUNY. With our January graduates, it becomes kind of tough because I know they're moving on to the four-year campus where they are taking finals, like right now. So we know they cannot come next year in May when it's time to celebrate. So we do allow them to at least get that last push for next semester, which will be their last semester. In our group of graduates for the January will be Mariama Diallo-Ba in aviation management. Gian Graham in liberal arts and sciences. Samantha Hernandez. Brianna Holness. Mimi, is Mimi with us? Not today. We also have Andromeda, Andromeda, who will leave us in January. And Stacy Woodard. Stacy Woodard, Samira Monroe. And Stacy Woodard. At this time, he's getting it. At this time, I believe we have our transfer students left. They are leaving us for another campus, but they are not leaving our hearts. We work very closely with our transfer students to make sure that they complete and do a reverse transfer. We'll do it I harass them until it's like done. It's like, come on. Joanny will tell you, and so will Carla. Hey, it's that time again. Are we almost done? So Carla Cubilete Concepcion is leaving us, going to CUNY. And I'm not Stephen. I don't think Stephen made it today. And we have one of the other things that we do is when our students leave and things happen and SUNY's 164 and we facilitate graduation no matter how we make it happen. So I bumped into some paperwork at one point when I was looking at my alumni and where's everybody. So Jessica Long left us a long time ago to go to Old Westbury. And she began her studies at Old Westbury and did not finish. She was short one class, 2 classes, like 2 credits, not even a class. And I call her and I say, so what are you up to? What's going on? You know, DCC can do that for you. We can make that happen. And she just completed her Bachelor's of Science in Criminology. Let's take a picture of her. So you're welcome. So no matter where they're at, we're going to find them and get that degree done. So Bachelor's of Science at DCC. Yep, that's how it goes. So at this juncture, I am going to have our students have a presentation. Ezequiel has a presentation that he wants to share with the group.
Hello. Okay. When I was a kid, I was a bad kid. My mom was tired of me. And she always, every summer, she sent me to a farm, to her uncle's farm in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. And I love it because I was a city kid, and then going to the farm, it was like something new, and I loved that. At the farm, her uncle, who I call grandfather, Papa Ramon, he had chickens, cows, horses, pigs, everything. And gallinas, which is chickens, and pollitos is chicks. The purpose of my speech is to inform about gallinas and pollitos. Gallinas are domestic farm birds. They live about 10 to 15 years, and there are 17 different types of gallinas, and they can have between 12 through 15 pollitos, chicks. And from these eggs comes the pollitos. Something I love from the gallinas is how just one gallina can take care of like 15 pollitos. If you see one of these gallinas in the wild and you try to get close to them, they're gonna chase you because they're trying to protect all the pollitos, and all of them, 15 at once. Maybe you guys are asking, what the heck is this guy talking about gallinas? But when I came to Dutchess Community College, I realized that we have gallinas here. And us, the students, we are the chicks, because these gallinas at EOP and Hudson 315, they take care of all the students at once. And if you have a personal, academic, any problem, these gallinas, they solve all your problems. And if you don't believe in angels, or because it's a religion and stuff, come to Dutchess Community College, EOP, and you're gonna see angels like here. Thank you.
So then our last presentation will be by Stacy's gonna introduce, and while she's getting up, I also want to recognize our scholarship winners. If we can stand, Brianna Pelegi, Carmen Ruiz, Alicia Rosado, Stacy, and Brianna Holness. So those are our scholarship winners who will also be recognized next week at convocation. So we will play. Go ahead. So we are, I believe Stacy and Stefan worked on this while I did Gallina duty.
Somebody's not letting me go today. I'm really glad that you talked about chickens because it made a little bit of a comic relief after that first video. Okay, so Stefan gets credit for this. He put together a really nice slideshow, and I just had a couple of things to say about that. Can you take it? Okay, so this is kind of just for all of EOP, anybody who's been a part of EOP. The decision to further your education may have led you on a roller coaster of emotions. You may have questioned whether or not college was right for you, and if it was, you may have wondered if balancing school and work was possible. You might not have had the support you needed at home, and you may have doubted that you could be successful. But then somebody mentioned EOP. The first thing you may have heard about EOP was that they provided free tutoring. That was obviously a catch. The second thing was that, oh, you can help get your books for school. Of course you couldn't pass that up. But what you didn't realize at that moment is what EOP truly meant and how much of an impact it would have on your life. The following video is an amazing example of what EOP is, what it has done, and how it has helped students with their path to success.
Just kidding. So the sound isn't working here, but we do have it at Rick's Lounge if we want to play it there.
We'll play it at the lounge. Jeff, is it okay to play it over there? Yeah. So we'll play it over there so that we can move on to eat and and have festivity. So thank you everyone across the hall. We have a reception and some refreshments, and we'll take pictures and give hugs.